They say history is written by the winners. But in football, sometimes the most beautiful stories are written in tears. Imagine having 100 wins in the Champions League. Imagine qualifying for 19 years in a row. Imagine bankrolling a squad with the 3 greatest players on the planet at once. And yet, looking at an empty trophy cabinet. Tonight, we aren't celebrating the dynasties of Madrid or the luck of the draw. We are entering the iconic era of the nearly men. The teams that played the best football, broke the most records, and still fell victim to the most brutal curse in sports. From the Invincibles, who found out they were mortal, to the Neverkusen nightmare of 2002. Why do the greatest teams in history choke when the silver is in sight? Let's find out. As of 2026, Arsenal has officially hit a milestone that is honestly a bit embarrassing. 100 wins in the Champions League. That's more than some clubs who have actually won the trophy. But at the Emirates, that number isn't a celebration. It's a haunting. It's the century rule. The proof that in Europe, you can win the battle 100 times and still lose the war. To understand the curse, we have to go back to 2006. Paris. The rain is pouring. Arsenal is down to 10 men after Jens Lehmann sees red, but somehow they're leading. Sol Campbell's header has them 14 minutes away from glory. Can you feel it? The moment the world thought Wenger had finally cracked the code. But the Champions League doesn't care about your invincible status. 2 goals in 4 minutes from Barcelona turned a dream into a 20-year nightmare. Fast forward to 2026. Different players, same ghost. Under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal just won a perfect 8-4, 8 in the league phase. Tactical perfection. But here's the question. Is Arsenal too perfect for a tournament that rewards chaos? Is it possible to be so structured that you forget how to win ugly? Because while Arsenal collects wins, their rivals collect trophies. If Arsenal is a tragedy of perfection, Atlético Madrid is a tragedy of effort. No team has ever given more to this tournament and received less in return. Under Diego Simeone, Atlético became the team no one wanted to play. They didn't play football, they went to war. But their story is defined by one specific set of numbers. 92:48. Lisbon, 2014. The 93rd minute. Atleti is seconds away from their first ever Champions League title. The fans are crying. Simeone is already celebrating on the touchline. And then, Sergio Ramos happens. That header didn't just equalize the game, it broke the club's spirit. They went from being seconds away from glory to losing 4-1 in extra time. But the real cruelty. They went back and did it again in 2016. Same city, same rival, same result, this time on penalties. How do you look your players in the eye after that? Atleti proved that you can have the best defense, the most heart, and the greatest manager, and it still won't save you from a rivalry curse. Is it bad luck? Or is there a mental ceiling that some clubs just can't break through? If you think losing 2 finals is bad, imagine losing your entire legacy in just 11 days. In May 2002, Bayer Leverkusen wasn't just a team, they were a revolution. Led by Michael Ballack and Dimitar Berbatov, they played a brand of football that felt like it was from the future. By May 4th, they were on the verge of a historic treble. They had the Bundesliga, the German Cup, and the Champions League final right in their hands. But then the gears jammed. First, they threw away a 5-point lead in the league, losing to tiny Unterhaching. Then, they collapsed in the German Cup final. Suddenly, the Champions League final in Glasgow wasn't just a game. It was the only thing standing between immortality and total humiliation. At 1-1 against Real Madrid, Leverkusen were actually the better team. They were outplaying the Galacticos. But the Champions League doesn't reward the better team. It rewards the better moment. Zinedine Zidane's volley wasn't just a goal. It was a lightning bolt, a ball falling from the clouds, hit with a left foot that shouldn't have been able to produce that much power. In 11 days, they went from potential treble winners to the unlucky ones. They became Neverkusen. It's the ultimate warning in football. If you chase everything at once without the nerves to finish it, you might just end up with nothing but a what if. Before the glory of their 2025 breakthrough, Paris Saint-Germain was the world's most expensive experiment. On paper, it was a cheat code. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. A front three that looked like it belonged in a video game, not on a pitch. But in Paris, they learned a lesson that €1 billion couldn't fix. The Champions League doesn't have a price tag. The ultimate turning point was the 2020 final in Lisbon. Empty stadium, maximum pressure. PSG had finally reached the summit. But they weren't beaten by a €100 million superstar. They were beaten by their own past. Kingsley Coman, a kid who grew up in the PSG academy. A player they let go for free. He scored the header that broke Parisian hearts. It was the ultimate irony. While PSG was busy buying the world, they forgot to value what they already had. Between 2021 and 2024, the €1 billion ghost haunted every match. We saw collapses against Madrid, disappointments against Bayern, and a team that looked like 11 individuals rather than one heart. Can you really buy a soul? Or is the Champions League trophy the one thing money just can't touch? If PSG is a story of money, Juventus is a story of a curse. In Italy, they are the undisputed kings. But the moment they cross the border into Europe, the old lady of football begins to tremble. Juventus has reached 9 Champions League finals. They have lost 7. Think about that. Statistically, it is harder to lose 7 finals than it is to win one. It is a level of failure that defies logic for a club so dominant. From the heartbreak against Dortmund in '97 to the penalty shootout in 2003, and the crushing defeats to prime Barca and Madrid in the 2010s. The face of this tragedy, Gianluigi Buffon, the greatest goalkeeper to ever play the game. He has won the World Cup, 10 Scudettos, and every individual award imaginable. But he has walked past that silver trophy 3 times as a loser. Why does the most tactically disciplined league in the world freeze when the lights are brightest? Is it the pressure of the triple? Or is it the finalist's burden, where the fear of losing again becomes stronger than the will to win? And we can't forget Roma in '84, losing the final in their own stadium on penalties. In Italy, the Champions League isn't just a tournament. It's a ghost that refuses to be exorcised. So I have to ask you, does a trophy truly define greatness? Arsenal's century of wins, Atletico's defensive masterclasses, Leverkusen's 2002 magic. These teams didn't need a gold medal to change the way we watch the game. They redefined tactics, they broke hearts, and they proved that football is more than just the final score. Maybe the iconic era isn't about the gold at the end. Maybe it's about the chase, the hope, the 90th minute prayer that went unanswered. If you've ever felt the soul-crushing pain of your team crashing out in the final seconds, hit that like button. It's therapy for all of us. Subscribe to Iconic Era Football as we continue to tell the stories that shaped the world's game. Final question. Which of these teams deserved it the most? Was it the Invincibles or Simeone's Atleti? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. Stay curious. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.